Next up at UFC Abu Dhabi, we have Mohammad Yahya taking on Stephen Nguyen. Mohammad Yahya 12-5 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is on back-to-back losses, taking on Stephen Nguyen, 9-2 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He's also looking for a win in the UFC. Mohammad Yahya is seemingly not very good, right? This guy can't find a win at all. Mohammad Yahya is a patient striker. He stands tall. He keeps his hands low. He's got traditional martial arts background, so that's why he's going to do that. He's like a Timu wonder boy, but he does have a decent chin, and while he likes to plot forward, he doesn't throw very much. It's all just sort of empty karate pressure. He can be a bit low volume. He does fall behind and fall over for no reason whatsoever. You go do your tape study, you will see this guy just falling to the ground. He's going to look to hold you against the cage. He's going to look to try to get some things going. He is 0-2 in the UFC. He's coming out that finish loss to Caio Fernandez, taking on Stephen Nguyen. Stephen Nguyen is a well-rounded fighter, heavy hands, slick submissions. He's a composed striker who stays light at his feet. He moves really well. He absolutely will send a right hand down the middle. Nice trip takedowns. He will snatch up submissions. He was a really hot prospect coming into that UFC debut. He didn't quite live up to those expectations, but I still think he's a good fighter, and I don't think Mohammad Yahya is. So Stephen Nguyen's going to be the pick. I think he's just quite literally the better fighter everywhere. And while Yahya can be tough, I mean, he's on this card because of where this card is. He's in the UFC because of where these cards have been. It's going to be Stephen Nguyen. He doesn't have as much experience. He has the exact same amount of wins as Yahya does, but he's just a better fighter. What do you think, Jacoby?
Yeah, this is, I would be very surprised and very heartbroken if Yahya somehow won this fight. I was actually at that Steven fight against Jarno, and I'll be honest, Steven, I don't know if you heard me during that fight. I don't know if you're going to watch this breakdown. I have no idea, but I was very rude to Steven because I was very high on Jarno that week. He was an underdog. Was almost my lock of the week, I think, and I had a lot of money right on Jarno, and I kept saying, hey, Jarno, this guy thinks he's a boxer, and Jarno was kind of lighting him up in the boxing, but Steven is actually a pretty good boxer, and he showed his toughness in that fight. I mean, Jarno was lighting him up, but he kept moving forward, tried to get things done. He was landing some stuff on his own. Jarno was just kind of a step ahead of him. Yahya should not be a step ahead of him in the striking. Steven showed he's a tough kid. He's a better striker. He should get it done. Obviously, for what we saw last week, more crazy things have probably happened than, Stephen Nguyen kind of blowing this and Yahya winning like some crazy fight in basically his hometown, I guess. But his striking just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, I mean, he is in an unfortunate situation here because they keep giving him like opportunities. They're not necessarily easy matchups. They're not doing him any favors, but yes, you.
Cowie was really fucking up his calf, and he looked clueless on, like, he was like, oh, I don't know how to, we never trained defending. Like, he looked like he had no idea what was going on. Steven's got a really good calf kick, so keep that in mind.
There you go. Yeah, Stephen wins both of the picks, $9,200. A little bit of a tricky spot there because I do think he wins. Mohammad Yahya is kind of tough, and yeah, Caio Fernandez finished him, but that dude almost finished Garam a few times. Like, he's a beast. So it's going to be a weird, I don't know if Steven's going to run right through him or just win a pretty straightforward fight. We're going to need a finish here for him to be worth that $9,200, especially in a card like this where we might be loaded with finishes. So if you're in that camp and you do think he finds a finish,
second round finish, lock it in.
Then there you go. Throw him in your DraftKings fantasy lineup. If you want some validation on that, go check out our artificial intelligence, see what that picked, just solely off historical data. Go check out the Optimizer, which will build DraftKings fantasy lineups for you using inputs like ownership and scoring projections. Or go check out the Fight Simulator, which will simulate these fights, tell you who it thinks wins, and how, and I said he, I assume the Fight Simulator is a man, because it's good at math, and how many points they'll score along the way. You can check all that out right now at WeWantPicks.com. Couple of super chats here. $2.
Who's
Roberto.
the top fans?
I don't know. I don't have YouTube open.
Angel,
doing that.
Angel's number 1. Next Lennon's number 2. And Enema, number 3 with our guy, Knuckle Knockout right here.
There we go. Those top 3 is funny because those are all names we've seen for quite some time, and the XP's working itself out. Roberto Cibrian, is Nguyen a 100% a lock? This is a fucking fist fight. That doesn't exist, but he's as close as any on this card for sure. $5 from Gotson Jarvo. Ange needs to put the cowboy hat on. He was unusually quick-witted and funny. Stole the show from Jacob. Must have been on the sniff. No, I don't dabble at all. I don't dabble
needs to put the cowboy hat on. He was usually quick-witted.
You heard? Wait, hold on. You heard that I got a compliment over you, and you fucking set the fuck up and started reading like Rain Man.
Something about cocaine. I was reading the fucking. He was unusually quick-witted and funny. Stole the show from Jacob. Must have been on the sniff. Yeah, Angela loves it.
No, that ain't. I'd be skinny if I did. I appreciate the super chat. That's not me, man. I've never been
defensive, huh? So I'm just saying, no, that's not. Like people say, I'm on it all the time. I'm always like, no, but Ansel feels the need to give an explanation, which in interrogation, when you over-explain, it's usually a lie.
Really? Because I just gave you a whole ass boil recipe for no reason before. Maybe it's just my personality. I've never been a big drunk guy.
You weren't being accused of something, Angela. It's completely different. In an accusation situation, the person that tends to over-explain is over-explaining because they're trying to cover a lie.
I'll piss right now. I will piss right now. Come to my house, look at my dick, and I'll piss. And then I'll show you. No drugs.
What?
That's called sarcasm, you shit stick.